County executive candidates Angela Alsobrooks, left, and Donna Edwards. Michael S. Williamson, Arid Riecken, TWP. It doesn't get more pernicious in Prince George's County than accusing a political candidate of pay-to-play politics. The phrase, describing government officials who make decisions based on who has given them money, was used during the Washington suburb's darkest political days, when then-County Executive Jack B. Johnson was hauled off in handcuffs on federal corruption charges. Now it is being levied by a super PAC backing County Executive candidate Donna F. Edwards, D., in mailers, Facebook advertisements and other media attacks on her primary rival, Prince George's State's Attorney Angela Alsobrooks, D. One magazine-size advertisement sent to Democratic households in the county depicts Alsobrooks at the center of 4 rotating arrows that describe how real estate developers buy influence with political contributions and expect favors once candidates they back are in office. Other flyers call her pay-to-play Angela Alsobrooks, and describe her as on the side of developers. The PAC organizers did not offer evidence that Alsobrooks has done or will do favors for her political donors. But they said they are suspicious of her acceptance of hundreds of thousands of dollars in campaign contributions from developers, most of whom have long given money to county candidates. They are calling me a criminal. When I'm the chief law enforcement officer in the county, said Alsobrooks, who held a news conference Wednesday morning to denounce the attacks. I am deeply offended. It is unfair, irresponsible and unethical. The We Are Prince George's PAC has spent about $620,000 since March on advertisements, signs, paid canvassers, digital media and Washington consultants to hurt Alsobrooks and boost Edwards, who is prohibited by law from coordinating her campaign with the PAC's efforts. 3 local unions are the primary funders of the PAC, which is spending at a level that is extremely unusual for Prince George's political campaign. The other candidates competing in the June 26 Democratic primary, which in Deep Blue Prince George's is tantamount to winning the election, are State Sen. C. Anthony Muse, Obama administration official Paul Montero, former Lieutenant Governor Samuel W. Bogley III, Louis S. Johnson, Billy Bridges, Michael E. Kennedy and Tommy Thompson. We are going to do what it takes to win, said Samuel Epps, political director for Unite Here Local 25, which represents hotel employees. Workers are coming together to amplify their voices and interests. We believe workers should have a right to organize. Also funding the PAC are 2 United Food and Commercial Workers chapters and the Laborers International Union of North America. All have been loyal Edwards supporters for nearly 2 decades, ever since she helped broker labor agreements with the developers of the National Harbor Project. The unions are dissatisfied with outgoing County Executive Rush Ornell Baker III, because he endorsed large non-union development projects in the county, such as the hotel at the University of Maryland. The county government's support for Whole Foods and Wegmans, 2 non-union grocery chains, further aggravated Baker's relationships with these labor leaders, who say his administration undermined efforts to ensure that Prince George's workers could obtain living wage jobs and benefits. They predict more of the same from Alsobrooks, who has worked closely with Baker on law enforcement initiatives for the past 8 years, and was a prosecutor for the county when Johnson, the future executive, was state's attorney. Dozens of developers have donated the maximum $6,000 to Alsobrooks, a stark contrast with Edwards, who has vowed not to take developer money. But the majority of Alsobrooks' donations are small-dollar contributions from about 4,000 people, most from Prince George's. They helped lift her to an early fundraising lead in the race. I don't work for Baker. I'm independently elected, Alsobrooks said. I didn't work for him, but I'm being judged because of him. Alsobrooks said at the news conference, where she was joined by labor and faith leaders, that the accusation of pay-to-play politics is an evil lie. My record is strong and so is my name, she said, adding that she has been endorsed by 14 labor unions representing 65,000 families in Prince George's. She's a person for the people, a grassroots person, said Cynthia Collins, political director of CO Local 400, a powerful labor union that previously backed Edwards and is now supporting Alsobrooks. Collins said it was sad that Edwards was using untruths to try to win. Labor leaders backing Edwards say the decision to fund the super PAC was made by rank-and-file members. The unions supported Edwards during her 6.5 years in Congress, which followed her national harbor activism after she lost the 2016 U.S. Senate race to fellow Democrat Chris Van Hollen. They urged her to run for county executive. "We have a candidate in Donna who helped us when we needed it," said John Boardman, the head of Unite Here Local 25. "We are supporting her for her progressive history and understanding that development is good if it's development that helps everyone in the county." Both Edwards and the PAC have used the hashtag. In a statement, Edwards said she was proud of the grassroots support fueling my campaign, as it represents contributions from everyday Prince Georgians, the folks who teach our children, paint our walls, repair our roadways and clean our hotel rooms. Big corporate developers have maintained a tight grip on our county's government for decades, and elected officials have gone to jail for it, the statement said. Working families have every right to ask what big developer contributions to Ms. Alsobrooks will buy. A smaller PAC, called the Coalition for Change, has put out campaign literature criticizing Edwards and the union's efforts on her behalf. The mailings call We Are Prince George's a sugar PAC, and say Edwards does not have to invest time with constituents the old-fashioned way, because of the resources the PAC is spending to boost her campaign. People listed on the PAC's paperwork could not immediately be reached to comment.